Right now, police are searching for this 19-year-old. They say Kevon or Kevin Clark is responsible for killing a man who was sitting inside a Norristown home eating dinner on Thanksgiving.
Send me the video from a glider community where a guy sitting in his house eating dinner was struck down by gunfire, or gunfire erupted. Shots rang out and took his life from outside of his home. You have my email. Send me that video. Send me the video. Any Crouching Tigers doing it. Send me those videos.
Right now, police are searching for this 19-year-old. They say Kevon or Kevin Clark is responsible for killing a man who was sitting inside a Norristown home eating dinner on Thanksgiving. Eyewitness News reporter Carrie Corrado is live in Norristown at the police department tonight with more. Carrie?
Well, good evening. Police at this point are still searching for the suspect. They say he is armed and dangerous. Police also say that the victim in this case had nothing to do with the shooting and was just having dinner with his family.
Man, they don't want us in their neighborhoods, man. They racist, man. Man, how come when we move in, they move out? That's racist, man. And you have to eat that. If someone's saying that in public or on TV, you can't push back against that. You can't say, well, wait a second. The reason we're leaving has nothing to do with the color of your skin. You do know that, right? Like, we're not leaving because of your skin color. Right? You can't even say that. That'll cost you everything. You got to be brave to say that. You gotta have FU money to say that. And then you still gonna get canceled, but maybe if you could resurface in 5 years. Just lay low for 5 years, people forget about it, hopefully. Wow.
Well, good evening. Police at this point are still searching for the suspect. They say he is armed and dangerous. Police also say that the victim in this case had nothing to do with the shooting and was just having dinner with his family.
A sad scene, man. You know, it was a sad scene, very bad.
A stray bullet hitting and killing a 25-year-old man eating Thanksgiving dinner with his family in Norristown on the 1100 block of Arch Street.
Sitting in there, you know, with your family for Thanksgiving, and you would never expect for anything like that.
Family telling police a bullet went through the window and hit him at the table.
He's at the table eating dinner with a bunch of people. Kids, you know how Thanksgiving is. We all know how it is. And this has nothing to do with race. I don't care what race you are. You know how Thanksgiving is. Kids running, buzzing around, the conversation, food being passed around. People just shuttling around, and boom, a bullet comes through the window. This guy's on the ground. And that's why I always tell you guys, when the Floyd tape came out, and they were all, that's the worst thing I ever seen in my life. You hit one if you remember some people do. I'd never seen nothing like that. Not the trauma. They needed to, just the other day, I think you don't understand. Just the other day, some people were let off of their jobs because of the Kyle Rittenhouse verdict came in. They needed to be let off because the trauma they felt from the Kyle Rittenhouse. And I tell you all the time, it's horse crap. These people see far worse. They've seen far worse their whole life. They 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. As long as they can be conscious of, they've seen far worse. But yet, when it's one of these big cases, they get the grandstand in front of the country and talk about this. So traumatized. It's the worst thing I've ever seen. I need the day off. Oh, the verdict came back and it wasn't in favor of the political stance that I take. Oh, I need the day off. We need counselors. These some people had counselors on their jobs and in their colleges. The Kyle Rittenhouse verdict. And this is what Thanksgiving is like in their neighborhood. And you just got to eat it. You just got to act like... You just got to act like, yeah, it was the worst thing you ever seen. Oh, man, I'm so sorry for you.
Family telling police a bullet went through the window and hit him at the table. People who live nearby say they heard the loud, rapid shots.
My friend, 20 minutes before it happened. And I went upstairs and I got in the bed. I said, I'm going to lay down. And I heard this. I'm like, what is that? When I looked out the window, the whole force was out here.
Others say they saw a family member.
So you get it? Did you get that part? She heard. And when she looked out the window, the whole police force was out there. That's telling you that she was ducking for a long time. She was ducking for long enough for those guys to shoot up the block, leave, people to call 911, and the police to then respond. So she heard that shooting, and she ducked, and she stayed. Wherever she ducked, she stayed there for a while.
And I went upstairs and I got in the bed. I said, I'm going to lay down. And I heard this. I'm like, what is that? When I looked out the window, the whole force was out here.
Others say they saw a family member wave paramedics over to help.
She was crying and saying, he's in here, please help. I seen paramedics rush in there.
Police say they're searching for this man, 19-year-old Kevin Clark, who they say is armed and dangerous. Investigators say the shooting all stemmed from an argument Clark had with relatives over alcohol. Police say they're also looking for 2 other people involved.
So he had an argument with his relatives over alcohol. And he just sprayed, like... This is their existence. This is the life they live. When they're out there talking about how offended they are by some microaggression or a 10-year-old tweet that got uncovered, or they're crying on TV about this, and they're whining, marching and protesting about that, and they're boycotting this. Always remember, this is their existence on a daily basis when they go home from whatever you're seeing them doing.
19-year-old Kevin Clark, who they say is armed and dangerous. Investigators say the shooting all stemmed from an argument Clark had with relatives over alcohol. Police say they're also looking for 2 other people involved.
It don't make no sense because you have kids that play and stuff. And it's out of control, and something needs to be done. It was terrifying. I feel sorry for that family.
Clark is wanted for first-degree murder and other charges. If you know anything, you are asked to call police. We're live in Norristown tonight. Carrie Corrado, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you for the latest, Carrie.